Okay, so I need to order sweet corn, popcorn, russet potatoes, and raspberries. So what are you putting in Excel then? Because I have a whole list over here of everything that I ordered and also things that I still want to plant that we ordered or that I have not ordered yet.
She's just as excited. That cat loves food.
Baby Booze, which are the white pumpkins, that has 15 seeds in it. Jack B. Little is what the orange ones are.
Okay.
Those ones are about 15.
Okay.
I have 2 different types of green beans. I have a pole bean version and a bush bean version. They are both the Blue Lake variety. Pole beans are 25. Bush have also 25. Jalapeno pepper, this one has 50. Green pepper, that's the only bell pepper that I did, and that is 50. Those are the Keystone variety. Then I did pepperoncini pepper, 25. 1 thing of spaghetti squash, 25. Tomatoes, I did 1 packet of beefsteak, 25. I have 2 different varieties of Roma. I have Martino's Roma.
Okay.
This is 25 quantity. And then I also got just a plain Roma, 25. I did San Marzano, I would assume it's 25. Yep, 25. Red onion, and that one was 250. Sugar baby watermelon, 50. 2 different types of cucumbers. Boston pickling cucumber, Wisconsin SMR pickling.
Good Lord, lady. Is that it?
And then I got some herbs.
Let's do sweet corn and maybe try popcorn. We need to get some potatoes too.
Yeah.
Russets?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put those outside the cage.
My staples are peppers, tomatoes, onions, and probably potatoes. So we have our shelf that I ordered for all of my indoor seeds that I'm going to start growing. And then today I had an oh crap moment. I want to start these either tomorrow or Monday, and I didn't have any potting mix. So I found this at Walmart, Back to the Roots. I have no idea if it's great, but it's better than I think some of them. And I also didn't plan ahead, so this was the best I could get. Got 4 of these, so hopefully that works. Today's project is going to be putting this together, and then also I got my grow lights. I need to figure out how those work. I'm still missing 1 package of grow lights, but the ones I have can attach to the shelf. So we're gonna start with that. I did get some popsicle sticks. They're the grow lights, pretty small. Set up a little system here for what I'm starting with anyway. So we'll dig into that in a little bit. have all of these. I have 4 of these. We're gonna do 1 per row on the 2 lower racks, and then I have bigger ones coming for the upper racks.
I have zip ties.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the easiest.
Do I think it's gonna get hot enough to melt plastic?
Oh,
I do not.
Wait, look at the way they have on this one. They have, it looks like they use a zip tie to just wrap it around. Like
You can
little
also
zip tie
read
looking
what it
things.
says, and it says use cable ties included to tie it to the place you need fixed, such as a plant shelf.
Right, so it's doing what you're just saying. So
Yeah,
it looks
but
like
it
it's
says
fine.
they're included.
Yeah, that is from this.
Okay, so they're using zip tie.
Yes. Yes.
And there's double-sided tape if you want it. So what you're telling me is, like usual.
You're right.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm trying to map out my garden, and I found this on Pinterest, which actually is a very helpful diagram. It doesn't have everything that I'm using, but a lot of it. And then I'm gonna start laying it out on paper here. So this is everything that I'm gonna be planting. Some of these I'm gonna keep outside. So these 3 I'm gonna keep outside of my like main fenced in garden. Herbs I'm keeping at my house here, and garlic obviously is not summer, it's more of a fall thing. Anything that doesn't have a dash by it with a different location needs to fit in my garden. We are going to try to expand the garden this year. Last year I had a very oddly shaped garden. It was 16 feet by 24 feet by 13 feet by, I think this was 27, so it was very weird. I want to try to make it more symmetrical. Honestly, the thing that is hard for me is the companion planting part. Like, it actually is more thought than you would think. So that's why I'm trying to get this mapped out, because I want to figure out how many plants I need with all the seeds that I've ordered. And then today, that's going down. The first seed starting inside is going down. We are planting red onions today. So first I'm trying to map this out, figure out my layout. I also need to figure out like if I need to expand the garden, what materials we need. I'm gonna try this year to use some more like wood chipping and mulch. We have so much of that at our property. We just would need to rent like a chipper to, you know, grind it up basically. And then we will probably buy straw from a local farmer. We did that last year to go around the plants once they've grown enough. But that's all getting ahead of myself. So really I'm trying to get this all mapped out so then Brian knows what we need for this year just for materials, because obviously this thing is all nice and pretty, but that doesn't mean it's easy and it's a lot of prep work. So I also have the window open because even though it is February 15th today, it is a balmy 50 degrees. So we're kind of getting a tease of spring right now. So I have the door open just to really enjoy that. But I'm gonna take you along with my garden plans. Also trying to upload my 2025 garden recap video, and it keeps failing. So hopefully by the time you see this video, you'll have seen the other one, but just know it's taken me a lot of time to try to get this up. And it's very frustrating. All right, 3 hours later, and a little help from the husband. Oh, I missed it. Who just picked on me the entire time. So don't be like my husband and make fun of me for using pencil and paper. This is my garden plan. So basically we're just gonna extend from what I currently have about 10 feet wide and 10 feet long. So it's a 25 by 35, doing 4 different parcels. And then there's a walk path in the middle and a walk path along the outer perimeter. So you can try to get to most areas. We're gonna do peppers and onions together in this quadrant. We're gonna do all cucumbers in this one. all tomatoes in this one, and then bush and pole beans in this one. So basically I'm going to be using all of my onions and pepper plants or seeds. I'm going to use almost all of my tomatoes, and I'm going to use all of my, I need to write this here, but I need to use all of my beans. Honestly, I could even extend. I do have like an extra 8 pepper plants I could extend because I have a lot more space in my bean area. I don't know if those go together or not though. But otherwise I'm using most of what I have. But the reality is this window gets so much nice natural light anyway that the grow light, obviously we'll need to use it, but it's gonna get a lot of natural light here anyway. This took a lot of planning here. The next step now is to map out everything I need for trellises and cages for my tomatoes, and then what we need to get for like the walkways. So we're definitely gonna do some type of mulching, wood chipping. We'll probably do straw in between the plants. That's the next game plan. Also, I'll have to figure out like fencing and all that. Now that I've done all the math on everything, I am ready to plant. So I am going to use 1 tray, since these are super wide cells in here. I'm gonna pack about 15 to 20 seeds per cell. If I do 15 in majority, it'll fill up the entire thing. So that's kind of what my plan is, which should be plenty. The first step I need to do though is to take my seed starting mix, so just basically the dirt, and I'm gonna mix it in a bowl and add some water to it just to get it moist and just to kind of get a head start in it. I was watching some videos. I can link down below the channels that I've been following that have kind of helped teach me some of this stuff. Since this is the first time I'm doing this, I will preface that. But all of the seeds that I am going to be planting indoors are going to use this mix mixed with a little bit of water. If I were to put the seeds directly into this without at least moistening the soil a little bit, it would just not germinate as well. So that's what I'm told. Ha.
All I know is this is gonna be a mess. Need a bigger container.
No, I don't. So I'm gonna mix in a bunch of dirt in here. This is about room temp water that I'm just gonna add in here. And I'm told you kind of want it to stick together to an extent, but not be like too gummy. So it is starting to kind of stick together a little bit, which I think is kind of what we want. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, but just enough that we can kind of press it into the cells. Just a little bit more. I don't think that's going to be nearly enough for this, but I just want to get a head start. So I'm going to start putting these in the cells. So the amount that I just mixed filled about 6 of these. Make some more here. I have to open up a new bag just so I have enough to put on the topsoil here. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I am now going to count out about 15 seeds per cell. Try to space them out evenly as much as I can. These seeds are very tiny. And I'm going to do about 15 per cell. Okay, so I have a few extras, so I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle them. If there's any, I mean, I can't remember any of these, but I'm just gonna try to evenly distribute. I can't really see. I think I was supposed to make sure that they're evenly spaced, but because they're black, can't really see. Just gonna make sure all this is pushed down. And then I am just going to sprinkle just a little bit of this on top. Okay, now I'm gonna bring it over to my sink. I'm going to pretend like this is a watering can because I don't feel like getting mine. Just really try to get them wet. We don't want to completely like drown them. We want to make sure they're nice and moist. I do have like a flat tray underneath these cells, so they are protected if they drip. Once the seedlings start to pop, then I am going to start watering it from the base. I think that's pretty good. Once they start to sprout up, I'm gonna water them from the base. But for now, we're just gonna water them from the top until the seeds start to sprout. I'm gonna move them over to my rack now. I'm gonna move this to the bottom shelf because of the way I have these lights. Then I don't have to have them all plugged in. Unplug this one so that the rest of them aren't plugged in right now, but at least this one will be on. However, they are getting a ton of sun. Like this window brings in, obviously you can tell, so much sun because it's a south-facing window, so like all day it gets sun. Let's see if this works to try to bulk it up a little bit. We'll just do this for now, but I don't think I'm super concerned with them getting enough light because again, they're in front of this window that gets so much light. This is my little contraption we set up, so I can link everything down below that I purchased from Walmart. But right now I unplugged it, so only the bottom shelf is lit up. And then there's a cat who just ate a mouse. That's it. That's the first onions that I've started, the first seeds. So hopefully it goes well. I will leave the grow light on for about 14 hours a day. I almost forgot the most important part. So we can know what these even are. That's useful. Now we know. What do you think? Okay, so I planted these on Sunday. It is now Tuesday. They're looking a little dry, so I need to water them. I did not water them yesterday because I didn't want to overwater them. They've been under the grow light now for one full day. I have been trying to aim for about 14 hours a day. I don't know if it's been quite, well, yesterday would have been pretty close. I have my watering can here. I don't want to drown them too much. hopefully I didn't drench them too much. They honestly don't feel that bad. They're watered enough. Some of these I realize I put way less than others. I just want to give you a quick update. It is now Thursday, so they've had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They've had almost 4 full days. They've probably had 4 full days of growing. I don't see anything yet. I have been watering them probably every other day now, just so that they're not too wet. I just wanted to end this video here because I think it'd be best to keep doing smaller increment videos that are like for like each plant more, and then I can kind of update you instead of having like one long video that extends for multiple months at a time. I think it'd just be easier just kind of keep it up almost like a vlog style. Next plants that I am going to be planting, I believe, are peppers. I think my peppers are next. Then my tomatoes are 2 weeks after that. So I have a break, so I'm not planning anything this weekend, but the following weekend I will start on peppers. So that'll be another video, but I don't want to make my whole channel just about gardening. I promise I won't, and I won't go as in depth with everything as I did today, but it was just like an exciting thing because I've never planted anything indoors like this. Like, this is my first time ever. So, but I am excited because I feel like my garden video that I posted, the first one anyway, did really well, and I feel like people were enjoying it. So, and I appreciated all the advice that I got down in the comments section. I did get a few comments about that. So I'm glad you guys are excited, that I'm excited. And I also appreciate your advice. I did film a separate like seed haul, but I'm just not really happy with the way that the quality with the video turned out because I put up like my studio lights and I filmed it in my office in there at night, and I just feel like it wasn't very good. So I think I'm gonna skip doing like a very specific seed haul video, and I'll just use my footage from the beginning of this video where I was ordering all those seeds. You're hearing everything that I'm ordering and what I'm going with. And maybe I can sit down and do more of a dedicated, like, here's everything that I'm planting, but I feel like you kind of got that today. So if you really want to see like a designated, here's all the seeds that I ordered, I can do that, and I probably will link down below the seeds that I ordered, or maybe I can put them in the description box. But if you are interested, I will definitely do it. But I feel like I'm enjoying my YouTube stuff right now just because it's more, I'm showing you what I'm already doing and what I'm loving. I'm not just producing just to produce videos for YouTube, which is what I've kind of really done in the past. So that's that. I'm just gonna wrap up this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Have you started your seeds yet if you are gardening? Anyway, if you enjoyed, I hope you'll subscribe and stick around, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.